Set this on my tarp and throw away another piece of cleaning paper. Now, we're ready to go. And the easiest ways to put this product on is with a squeegee. You've got larger areas. So you can use that with this. Technically, pour this on and spread it out. But you need to work at this fairly quickly. Being I don't have a squeegee, I do have a roller, but I can squeegee this out with my roller as well. Okay. I'm going to soak up some of this material with the roller so that I can do these high edges. Again, we're wanting to work this down into the product. It should be thoroughly moistened. The little dog's barking in the background, so we're going to have to redo the sound on this one, so I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Got my ventilation going in the background. Okay. Okay, working it well into the corners, as you can see. Make sure those corners are done well but not dripping, because then we'll get puddles, and that's not a good thing to do. And this just brings out the beauty of this material. I love that polished stone look. I'm having a little trouble getting into the edges of this. So we may have to come back with a brush and brush that in there. Right now, let's get this where we need it, where you all can see what we are doing. I am going in a crosshatch pattern here. One direction, and going another direction. So we can work this product out to the edges without leaving puddling. Now this will self-level. A little hollow spot there I just put in. Filled in a little indentation. Okay. And I'm working this until I'm getting a little edge on it. Just lifting the product and it's not dry. So you can tell you've got a good coat on it. The product will absorb a little bit into the top coat will absorb a little bit into your finish coat. And you don't want to have dry spots in there or an uneven top coat. So I'll work it in until I get product lifting up, makes just a little bit of an orange peel. And that way I know I've got a good coverage and it's soaked down in well. Spot there's a little dry. There we go. It's looking good. Again, we're going to work this into the edge. I'm just going to dip some out here. And now I'll pour a little bit back there. Whoa, just a little bit, John. Okay, luckily we're going to work out to the edges. You notice I start in the middle and work my way out. But it's easier to keep stuff on the center than on the edge. Oh, you probably can't even see that. I'm all covering myself up here. Okay, well, we're going to work some of this back. Nice even coat on this. Go. And I think that's enough watching me. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and we'll show you what it looks like when we get done. Okay, we've got our first coating of the top coat on there. don't know if you can see much of the details. There's a little bit of a orange peel effect that I've put on this. This is just starting to cure up, so I go through and I feel for different things, like over here we had a gnat that had landed on this thing and I had to get him off of there. But I check for sand, for any little loose particles or something that might have fallen on here. Clean it off now, because once it sets up, there's a little bit of sand right there, brush that out. Just very gently cleaning this off, checking for particles, because on this one ultimately we want to have a smooth finish. So the client likes the orange peel, but they would rather have it glossy. So to get it glossy, I'm going to put one more coating over it, and this time I will use a squeegee, a notch trowel basically, except it'll be just a light plastic one, to set this out evenly over the top and fill in those gaps. You can't go too heavy on this stuff because then it takes forever to dry. If you apply it properly, it dries fairly quickly. Again, we're just removing the little bits of sand here. This is still even a little bit wetter than I would normally do it right there. A little thick spot, I guess. Didn't quite get it spread out well enough there. So we'll give it a little extra time to dry on that. It's looking pretty good. Here's our joint where we had the problems. Remember how this was separated and there was about an 1/8 inch gap between the different sides, and we sanded it all down and smoothed it out and finished it off, and there was a seam that went all the way back here, and it is virtually gone. We've gone from, oh yeah, and the repair spot, which is virtually invisible now. Once we get a finish coat on that, or second coat actually, you won't even notice it's a little thin right there, but this first coat is a base coat more than anything. Again, checking for the sand, but as you can see, we have what looks like seamless countertop, but it's literally over the top of an old Formica 1970s. Got to clean up this edge a little bit. Forgot to do that. If you notice, I didn't put trim on there. 1970s Harvest Gold countertop. It is now a gorgeous French vanilla, fine granite. I don't know if we can get a close-up on this for you. Stone countertop. Seamless. No holes. No damaged spots. Corners are all seamless. Sealed nicely all the way around. Yeah, we're going to be putting in some stainless steel over that very lovely backdrop there of 1970s wallpaper.